Hello everybody, my name is Badger07219, and today I'm going to try something different compared to my old regular clips of funny moments and talking with the boys and all that. And I'm going to talk about something that we've all probably had to deal with, and something I'm not an expert on, but I can still be of assistance. And that is the topic of getting a better night's sleep. So, ever since I was younger, or young in general, I've always had problems sleeping. I've always tossed and turned, looked for the cold side, tried to get comfortable. Most of the time it never works. Until recently, when I've tried other things and it helped other people that I know during a hard time in their life, which was everything's on their mind and all that. Some of these choices are going to be really obvious, such as white noise, which is what I'm going to be talking about next. White noise is the most common form of sleep aid that I've seen. Most of the time, if someone can't sleep at night, it's because it's too quiet, and they'll get that ringing in their ear that happens when it's too quiet. Not necessarily tinnitus, but they get that slight ring in their ear. And white noise varies in multiple ways, and it's the most common way to get results, basically. You could have a TV on and have people talking, that might help you. You can have music, which I will also get to later. You could have a fan, which is, in my opinion, what I use, and for two reasons. One, it'll keep the room cool, because I'll get over temperature later on how it'd help. Two, it's white noise. It's really, really good white noise. And it will basically drain out almost anything. If there's birds chirping outside because you're a night owl, so to speak, like you go to bed late and wake up late, then it'll drain those out. If it's obviously hot outside, it'll keep you cool. And it's probably one of the more efficient ways of white noise. There's also like radio static you can use. That's not necessarily a good option, but it could work. You could also get a white noise machine, which is not recommended because I don't know how much they are, but why would you buy one of those if you can get a fan for cheaper? Anyways, next up, like I said, I'll be talking about temperature. The temperature you like to sleep at, or like to relax to, is going to be your key temperature to sleep. If you're like me, you like the cold, hence why I have a fan in my room. No matter if it's -3 or 99 degrees outside, I will always have a fan on. Obviously, if it's 99 degrees outside, that's for a reason. But if you seek out the temperature that you like, whether it's hot or cold, you will obviously get a better night's sleep. If you like sleeping in the heat, then get a heavy blanket, you get multiple other blankets, and then you will sleep like a baby. Believe me. I mean, not believe me, but I used to be a warm sleeper. I used to sleep in the hot. Anyways, next up is going to be a little obvious, not recommended, but not necessarily not recommended, but like a little, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but it could throw off something if you're not careful, which is supplements. There is a supplement called melatonin, which is a natural chemical that your brain produces, and it helps you sleep. During the day, your brain naturally produces melatonin, and that's why if you've had a busy day, you're all tired because you produce a massive amount of melatonin. Sometimes your brain doesn't produce as much melatonin, and you'll have something called insomnia. Insomnia is when your brain doesn't produce enough melatonin during the day, and you can't sleep at night. They have little supplements that you can buy that are multiple flavored. They can be strawberry, they can be grape, they can be, I don't care what flavor. And if you take the recommended dosage, not take it every night, then you'll sleep like a baby. And it's worked for me for about 2 years now. I've only recently started using them, and I've figured out it's a pretty efficient way. Next up, I'm going to be talking about a not so common way, and it's a little bizarre. Like, I've never heard somebody talk about this other than somebody I know who was in a injury and they couldn't climb upstairs to go to their bed. And so that is brown noise. I know it sounds very weird, but brown noise is a little thing you can find on your phone. You can literally just look up in YouTube. Brown noise, black screen, 10 hours. And you can get a brown noise, obviously. And brown noise will basically just clear all the thoughts from your head. It won't make you think of anything Obviously you also have the consciousness of like breathing, blinking, and all that. But any, not necessarily controversial, but any thought you have or anxious, it'll just drain it out. Sometimes this might not work though. It may not work for some people. But brown noise is what I've used sometimes when I can't sleep, when I've got things racing over my head over and over and over and looping, and all the stress and all that. And it worked. It relieved me. I was able to fall asleep. And most of the time these videos come with a black screen, like entirely black and no ads. Because obviously either the channel that produces them is too long to get ads, or they don't support ads. Either way, sometimes they do support ads though, and it's a little annoying. But brown noise can just turn your whole world around basically. And it works pretty damn well, I will say. And yeah, next up I'm going to be talking about a method that I really use, and that's not medicinal. Doesn't matter if it's white noise or anything. It's of what I like to call exhausting yourself. This could be exercise during the day, just burning energy. The way I do it, not work for everyone. What I do is I fill my lungs entirely with air, then slowly release it, and relaxing my body. This method is not guaranteed to make you yawn, or it's near guaranteed to make you yawn, but it will relax your body, and you'll eventually, if you think about something else, then you'll dream. And that's it. Next up, I probably mentioned this earlier, is music. Me, I like two fans and music running. It doesn't matter if it's whatever you like. Me personally, I just put on some Marty Robbins or some Pull-Out soundtrack, and then I just pass right out every night. It's without fail. And it just occupies your mind and makes you want to sing to the music instead of thinking about other things that you've done during the day. Me personally, I think this method probably works the best, and as long as it's not too loud to wake up the people who you live with. Obviously, you don't want fucking death metal blasting through your ears when you're when other people are trying to sleep, because music might not work for everybody. But that's all that I can really think of right now. I tried writing a script for this that failed miserably, and if you have anything else that might work, use your own method. But as always, I am not a medical profession. I have no formal education, and you could have an entirely different way to fall asleep successfully that works way better than the things I listed, and that's okay. Anyways, that'll be all for me, folks. This is a pretty longer one than normal, 8 minutes and 13 seconds as I'm talking through this right now, and hopefully the background music and the other editing that I'm going to have in the background is going to be entertaining enough, and hopefully you guys gather some useful information from this, and have a great day.